Today's program is the annual memorial program remembering our beloved Jashbai Jai Krishna Das, our beloved friend. Tomorrow, I will be conducting the Bhagavad Gita-mahatmyam in ISKCON, Los Angeles. So I've selected two things today which will put me in the right mood to conduct that Bhagavad Gita-mahatmyam. So before we begin, Trinadapi Sunichena Tarar Iva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari Hare Nama Eva Kevalam Kalo Nastyeva Gatiranyata Hare Nama Eva Kevalam Kalo Nastyeva Gatiranyata. May Krishna bless you, protect you, and maintain you. And also, we must also recognize a new initiated devotee, our longtime supporter, Bhagyasri Devi Dasi, disciple of His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj. Yes. So we'll do that at the end. Yes. So you have lots of time to get ready. Okay, so let's look at this Gita-mahatmyam by Sri Shankaracharya. Now, you may not know, but this Gita-mahatmyam by Sri Shankaracharya is revolutionary. The reason why it's revolutionary is because Shankaracharya is the founder Acharya of the Mayavadis. And the Mayavadis do not believe in the form of God. And the Mayavadis think that we are all God. We are all Krishna. So for Shankaracharya to compile a Gita-mahatmyam is perplexing. But it's not perplexing if you understand who Shankaracharya is disguised as. He's actually Lord Shiva. And from the Srimad Bhagavatam, we learn who is the greatest of all the Vaishnavas. It is Shambhu. Vaishnavanam yata Shambhu. So it's surprising and at the same time not surprising. These things you learn from the teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Prabhupada's writings in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. I do a monthly Bhagavad Gita class in Torrance. I did it last night. And before every class, we recite this Gita-mahatmyam. So we can chant the shlokas together. Gita Shastram idang punyam yapathet prayatak puman Vishnu padam avapnoti bhaya shokadi varjita. One who with a regulated mind recites with devotion this Bhagavad Gita scripture, which is the bestower of all virtue, will attain to a holy abode such as Vaikuntha, the residence of Lord Vishnu, which is always free from the mundane qualities based on fear and lamentation. So, regulated mind means that you have to give up sinful life. You have to live your life according to the Vedas. You can't just live the way you feel. Next point, you recite Bhagavad Gita with devotion. That's the second point. And what will you get? Virtue. You will get all virtues. And if you recite Bhagavad Gita, you will attain Vaikuntha, the spiritual world. As it says here, always free from the mundane qualities of fear and lamentation, which is part and parcel of the material world. But you don't find that in Vaikuntha. Everything in Vaikuntha is ananda, blissful. Even if you experience fear and lamentation in Vaikuntha, it's blissful. You experience fear and lamentation here, it's not blissful. But in Vaikuntha, fear and lamentation is blissful. Let's go to verse number 2. You recite along with me. Gita-mahatmyam shilasya pranayama parasya cha naiva santi hi papani purava janma kritani cha. If one reads Bhagavad Gita very sincerely and with all seriousness, then by the grace of the Lord, the reactions of one's past misdeeds will not act upon one. So here, the ultimate Ashirvad. You don't need Ashirvad from anyone. You just need to read Bhagavad Gita. That's all. This translation is from Prabhupada himself. This is Prabhupada's translation. But you have to read Bhagavad Gita how? Sincerely and with seriousness. What's that? Yeah, that was in number 1. Yes, with devotion. And the reactions of one's past misdeeds will not act. So it behooves us to read Bhagavad Gita, I would say, every day. Right, Rama? I think you read Bhagavad Gita every day. Am I correct? Yes. What's that? Anytime. 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 As much as you can drink. As much as you can. How much gold should you have? Huh? Huh? 1 chapter of gold? My point is, when something is great, I just want $1, but I'm offering you $1 million. No, I just want one. Is that intelligent? So here is something which will free you from all your misdeeds, and you're asking how much? As much as you can. Take the benefit. All right, let's go to verse number 3. Maline mochanang pungsam jalasnanang dine dine sakrit gitamrita snanang sansara malanashanam. One may cleanse him or herself daily by taking a bath in water. But if one takes a bath even once in the sacred Ganges water of Bhagavad Gita, for him or her, the dirt of material life is altogether vanquished. Same concept is there in Lord Chaitanya's Shikshastakam. Sarvatma Snapanam. When you chant Mahamantra. What is the Mahamantra? Lord Chaitanya says that is the full bathing of the self. Sarvatma snapanam. So here Shankaracharya is telling you that if you read this Bhagavad Gita, it is a bathing, and he compares it to sacred Ganga Jal. Sacred. So you don't have to go to India. You don't have to go. Just read Bhagavad Gita. Whether you live in Placentia, Yorba Linda, Aliso Viejo, Irvine, read Cerritos, read Bhagavad Gita and become cleansed. Let's do the next verse. Gita Sugita Kartavya Kim Anyay Shastra Vistarai Ya Swayang Padmanabhasya Mukha Padma Vanisrita. Because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one need not read any other Vedic literature. One need only attentively and regularly hear and read Bhagavad Gita. In the present age, people are so absorbed in mundane activities that it is not possible for them to read all the Vedic literature, such as 4 Vedas, 108 Upanishads, 18 Puranas, Vedanta Sutra. That's a lot of books. Then there's the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. Yes, Bhagavatam is one of the 18 Puranas. Okay? So, that's a lot of books, but Shankaracharya is saying it's okay. Just read Bhagavad Gita. Just read that. This one book, Bhagavad Gita, will suffice. Why? Because it is the essence of all Vedic literatures, and especially because it is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose name is Krishna. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Now, the essence of all, therefore, another name for Bhagavad Gita, Gita-upanishad. It's another name for Bhagavad Gita. So it is the essence of all the Vedas. When you have the essence of something, you have its intrinsic value. So all the Vedas, that's all right. Everything is there in Bhagavad Gita. Let's continue. Bharatamrita sarvasvam Vishnu Vaktrad Vanisritam Gita Gangodakang Pitva Punarjanma Navidyate. By drinking the Ganges water of the Gita. So how will you drink it? Yes, you drink through your ears. When you come to the spiritual platform, your senses are now interchangeable. So you're drinking, same thing is there in the 3rd verse of Bhagavatam. Pibata, same idea is there. That you drink the nectar of Bhagavatam through the ear. Bibata rasa alayam. So Shankaracharya says, you drink this Ganges water of the Gita, which is the divine quintessence of the Mahabharata book. So you will see in the Bhagavatam, there's a verse. The whole purpose of writing Mahabharata is to get the reader to come to Bhagavad Gita. That's its point. Yes, there's all these exciting stories of the Pandavas and the Kauravas and all wonderful stories. But the real purpose, come to Bhagavad Gita, which it's there in part 2. Emanating from the holy lotus mouth of Lord Vishnu. One will never take rebirth in the material world again. So, Rama, you're going back to Godhead. This is for certain. Because I know Bhagavad Gita is her favorite book. She can read Bhagavad Gita all day long. So she is not taking rebirth. In other words, by devotionally reciting the Gita, the cycle of birth and death is terminated. Now comes my favorite verse of this. Sarvo pashanado gavo dogda gopala nandana partho vatsa sudhir bhokta dugdhang Gita-mahatmyam mahat. All the Upanishads are like a cow. How many? 108 Upanishads. And the milker of the cow, Sri Krishna. After all, that's what he does. Gopal, Govinda, the son of Nanda. Arjuna is the calf, and the beautiful nectar of the Gita is the milk. And the fortunate devotees of fine theistic intellect are the drinkers and enjoyers of that milk. So Amrit, that it says here, Gita-amritam, Gita Amrit, deathless nectar. So drink Bhagavad Gita, because you are of fine theistic intelligence. You know so many people who are of fine atheistic intelligence. I know many such people. All right? But you are of fine theistic intellect. Last verse. Ekam shastram devaki putra gitam eko devo devaki putra eva eko mantrastasya namani yani karmapyekam tasya devasya seva. So Shankaracharya finishes up. There need be only one holy scripture, the divine Gita sung by Lord Sri Krishna. Statement number 1. Only one worshipful Lord, Lord Sri Krishna. Ooh, that's a strong statement by Shankaracharya. He says, only one worshipful Lord. Not this guy, not this, one. Eko Devo. Right there in second line. Eko Devo. And Devaki Putra. That's Krishna. Vasudev. Okay. Only one mantra, his holy names. One duty, devotional service unto that supreme worshipful Lord, Sri Krishna. Was that? Of course. How can you argue with Shankaracharya, who is actually Lord Shiva? You're not going to argue with him. Yes? There you go. Thank you. I didn't know the answer. Thank you, Rama. Rama, do you agree with everything Shankaracharya says here? Huh? Yes. She has to agree. I would too. This is for everybody. Yes. Huh? I already explained that at the beginning. I already explained that. He's externally Mayavadi. Now, to answer your question, Lord Chaitanya explains this in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Because in the Puranas, there's this exchange. Lord Vishnu is speaking to Lord Shiva, telling him, now that it's Kali Yuga, I want you to take birth as a Brahmin and preach atheism disguised as spirituality. Because that's what Mayavad philosophy is. Atheism disguised as spirituality. So he did it as on the order of Krishna. Just like sometimes our American government tells a CIA agent, go to this foreign country, infiltrate, pretend that you're one of them, and give us back the intel. Okay, it's called covert operations. There's thousands of TV shows. Okay, so Lord Shiva is ordered by Lord Vishnu. Kali Yuga, you spread this Mayavad philosophy on his order. So that's why externally he is Mayavadi, but he's Lord Shiva, the greatest of the Vaishnavas. Okay? Yes? I don't know what they have access to. Because what did Shankaracharya say on his deathbed? Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Mudamat. He called his disciples Mudha. What's that? Here was the master plan. Before Lord Shiva, before Shankaracharya, Buddha appeared. Buddha blasphemed the Vedas because at that time, early in Kali Yuga, the people were killing the animals needlessly under the pretext that this was religious. So the religious Brahmins were telling people it's okay to eat meat. So they were killing the animals indiscriminately. So Krishna came as Buddha just to stop this nonsense. Therefore, the verse by Jayadev Goswami, Sadaya Ridaya Darshita Pashugatam. I forget the first line, but the whole purpose of Buddha was just to get the people to stop killing animals. So what did Buddha say? Don't follow the Vedas. As soon as you do that, you're considered an atheist. But he had no choice because the Vedas were being misrepresented by the fallen Brahmin caste early in Kali Yuga. Okay? So all Buddha wanted to do, stop the killing. And because of Emperor Ashoka, Buddhism spread throughout India and became the law of the land, so to speak. Shankaracharya's position was to drive Buddhism out. It was the master plan. In order to drive out because Buddhism, what does it teach? There's no God. There's no soul. All there is void. That's the Buddhist philosophy. They don't accept the soul. They don't accept God. The whole goal of their philosophy is to become nothing or void. Nirvana. That's their philosophy. So to drive that out, Shankaracharya reestablished the authority of the Vedas. Because Buddha had to say, don't follow the Vedas. Shankaracharya said, no, we follow the Vedas. Why? Because you're God. He had to concoct this philosophy just to get the people to accept once again the Vedas. So his philosophy is, you're God, you simply forgot that you were God. You're in Maya. Now, practice meditation, read the Vedanta Sutra, and you will realize you are God. Now, how to drive out Mayavad? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. his movement defeated the Mayavadis, because when Lord Chaitanya appeared, the two top Mayavadi philosophers became Lord Chaitanya's disciples. First, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He was the number one Mayavadi, and he became a fanatic follower of Lord Chaitanya. And that became big news. Like, wouldn't this be news if tomorrow you saw Pope Francis starts to chant Hare Krishna? Would that be big news? What if you read tomorrow, Donald Trump gives up the throne and joins the Hare Krishna temple? That would be big news, wouldn't it? And he turns all his Trump towers into ISKCON temples. Would that be big news? That's what Lord Chaitanya did. By conquering Sarvabhauma and Prakashananda, that became big news. So that's what Lord Chaitanya did. And also, Mayavad philosophy was defeated by Ramanujacharya before Lord Chaitanya, Madhvacharya. They also preached strongly. But Lord Chaitanya's movement was like that. Okay, everybody chant the Maha Mantra.